Landon Huffman here at North Wilkesboro Speedway. The progression of this series from the time we were here in 2022 for the revival to now being on Fox Sports 1 is pretty impressive. What does it mean to you to be a part of it?
No, it's a special weekend. I mean, anytime we get to be here with the All-Star race and the Cup Series is super cool. Seeing a late model stock car on the same racetrack as, NASCAR Cup car will always give you a certain feeling, especially as a short track guy. But being able to come here not only, again, for the All-Star race to do this, but also to be on Fox Sports 1 is pretty kick-ass. I mean, it's a great opportunity for all of us late model stock guys to showcase what we can do and hopefully as a collective put on a really good show for national television and, have some fun out there and show everybody what we're about.
What does it mean to you to be able to take the sponsors that are on your race cars every week and show them to a national audience?
Yeah, I mean, I'm very fortunate to have good support from a lot of different people. This weekend we have a little bit extra support from Josh Sellers, which is a national brand. They've got wine in pretty much, any local grocery location that you can think of. So to have them, come out and be a part of racing really for like the first time on a larger stage is really cool. And then Industrial Battery and Charger Inc., we've had them all year. Tim Earnhardt's been really good to us, and just thankful for the opportunity to come race and for them to support what I do. But, now I get to give back a little bit more by hopefully putting the 57 out front in front of a whole bunch of people.
With that national audience, any added pressure to ride the lift tomorrow night?
Nah, man, this is another race weekend. I just got to figure out what I need to do to get my stuff a little better so that we can be there at the end. We're close. We've been close all year, especially with this race car. So we're right there. We just got to find a little extra, and I think we'll have a good shot at it.
Thank you, bud. Yeah. All right, here with Connor Hall at North Wilkesboro Speedway, and this isn't just any Cars Tour event this weekend. The Cars Tour is going to be on Fox Sports 1 for the first time ever tomorrow night. As someone who's been racing in this series for years, and you've seen how it's grown, including this race a couple years ago, how cool is it to see it grow to a level of being on national television?
Yeah, I think, every time I've been asked about it, I think it's just impressive to what the ownership group has done in such a short amount of time. And I think for all of us drivers and late model stock car guys, it's really cool to get to kind of show the country what we do and, how good of racing late model stock car racing is. Because, as most of us know, it's kind of just a Virginia, Tennessee, North Carolina, South Carolina thing, and now Georgia, thanks to Cordell. But, I think it's just kind of our opportunity to showcase what the car store is about to a really, really, really big audience. And hopefully everybody plays nice and we put on a good show and, they want to see more.
So I know you have aspirations to reach higher levels in late model stock car racing. I know you're hoping to maybe do some Xfinity racing later this year if the opportunity presents itself. Any added pressure to go ahead and put it in victory lane your first time on national television?
I mean, I wouldn't say there's added pressure. I think there's already enough, self-inflicted pressure as is. So I think, this is what I've dedicated my life to doing, and I've got all my chips in this basket. So every week I get a chance to come out here and compete. It's a good opportunity for me to perform and, obviously show the ownership group and whoever is watching, what some of these guys who are, who compete out here on the car store are capable of.
Thank you. Here with Mini Tyrell at North Wilkesboro Speedway, and for the first time ever, you guys are going to be on national television tomorrow night on Fox Sports 1. As one of the few family teams that's left in this business, and really just for late model stock car racing as a whole, what does it mean to you to be in front of a national audience?
Oh, it's huge. I mean, it means a lot to all these guys. Everybody that is at this series and is at this level of racing, having that opportunity to kind of step up and be on national television and get to tell your friends and family, hey, I'm going to be on TV this weekend. And I told a buddy, he called me the other night. I said, yeah, I'm going to be on Fox on Friday night. And he's like, really? And he's like, I'm going to be watching. That's awesome. So, no, it's definitely awesome to kind of spread your platform and have that opportunity. I think a lot of, a huge thanks to the whole ownership group and, Kip and Carson and every tech official, every official in the car store that shows up. I mean, there's a ton of wheels that need to turn and a ton behind the scenes that has to be put together for this to work. And just super thankful to them that, they can pull something like this off and give us that kind of opportunity to, showcase our talents and show the world what the car store is.
Now, you've been racing here for a long time through different streaming services and title sponsors and ownership groups and all that. Way back when you started racing the car store, did you ever think you'd get to be on national television?
Not really. I've been accustomed to, I've been on the news every once in a while doing like stuff for charity and shouting out Minnie's Mission. Shouting out Minnie's Mission now. If you go to minniesmission.org, drop a donation for the Dominion event in June 14th. We'll be hosting 30 families from Walter Reed Medical, each with a child that's either battling or recovering from childhood cancer. So that's going to be a very special event for me coming up here soon. But it definitely means a lot. Like I never thought that this level, like the Cars Tour, would be to a point where it's on national television. And I think this might open the gate for the rest of the world and say, man, that racing is awesome, because it really is. Not talking shade on NASCAR. I think NASCAR is awesome, and we all want to be there one day. But this is really where the racing is. This short track stuff is some of the best racing you'll ever get to watch, especially with how competitive this field is. So I'm really hoping that it's a big hit on Friday night, and the world gets to experience it and be like, we want more of that. And hopefully, maybe the Cars Tour and Fox can get together and do a couple more of these.
Now, it's not often you guys have as big of a viewing audience as you will, and you mentioned all the partners you have in Minnie's Mission. Is there any added pressure to get that on TV, run up front, and maybe put it in victory lane?
Yeah, I mean, there's always added pressure, especially when you come to a place like this. And I had 2 top 3s here both races last year, and know we've got a good car. It was really good in practice today. Just still trying to build the notebook up a little bit. It got rebuilt from Orange County, so I think it's pretty good though. I think today I was pretty happy with it ending practice. So we'll see. Come qualifying, I'm not terribly worried, but the pressure's always there to get up front, win a race. But if we can have a good night and keep all the fenders off, on it, we'll be doing a lot better than we have been the past 2 races.
Thank you, buddy. All right, here with Ryan Millington at North Wilkesboro Speedway, and for the first time ever, you guys are going to be in front of a national audience tomorrow night on Fox Sports 1. For one of the few family-owned teams that's still left in this business, what does it mean to you to be able to put all your partners on national television?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a huge deal for us and everybody that's here. We're one of the few actual backyard teams that's came to do this race, so hopefully we can put on a good showing for all the little guys. But most of these big teams that are here are real dang fast, and we're pretty fast as well, so I hope we got a fighting chance at this thing tomorrow night.
So obviously your partners know that they're going to be in front of a bigger audience. So with that, is there any added pressure to you to put it in victory lane?
No, not really. I mean, once we get in there and go out there and start the race, it's going to be the same Cars Tour race we always got. A lot of these kids, I think, can't think the most driving. They might get a little happy and excited with it, but I think a lot of us that have raced, it won't be nothing but another race for us. But it should be a really good show. Everybody's real close. These tires are running good on this track, so it should be fun.
And I'll ask you, since, you do work on all your own stuff, having to take all the haulers out tonight and leave a few pieces of equipment in here and then rush in tomorrow right before the race, how does that wacky schedule, does it throw you off your game at all?
We do it at a few places, right? We did it at Cordele. We'll do it at Langley. It's not really a big deal. As long as we can have our toolboxes for us, all these guys, that's all we really need. Trailers can sit outside for all week here. As long as we got our toolboxes at Jack and some spare tires, we're good to go.
Hey race fans, I'm Anthony Damcott with Frontstretch.com. If you enjoyed that Grassroots video, be sure to subscribe to Frontstretch Grassroots for more from ARCA, Cars Tour, and other homegrown racing series. And be sure to visit Frontstretch.com for all the latest great racing content.